laying it up. You keep it laying it up. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Shane Davis.
With a big old drink in his mouth, and I'm Brandon Fountain, and we are the Controlled Burn.
I was trying to chew something, and it was like, I'm pretty good at timing shit out, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And so I like chomp. Like, I want to see the video leading up to that, but as soon as it started, I swallowed and still had a half of it in my mouth. Got that out, and since I've been talking, swallowed the rest. I'm just saying,
delicious
skills.
are those honey and roasted peanuts, though? My goodness gracious sakes alive!
I'll tell you what, dude. Anytime I fly, honey roasted peanuts and tomato juice is my go-to. That's my medicinal.
So I'm with you on the honey roasted peanuts part. I don't know about, like, I like tomato juice.
I don't drink tomato juice. Like, I don't drink alcohol, so I'm not like Bloody Marys. And I don't just randomly drink tomato juice.
Bloody Marys.
Ever since I was a child, every time I get on a plane, it's just, I guess it's, to prevent us from crashing. I drink tomato juice on ice. It's
from crashing.
the only fucking time I do. Like, it's
ginger ale's my airplane drink.
me and my brother, we used to fly, like every couple years we'd fly to my dad's, but we were underage, so we would have like the captain wings, and we'd have the flight attendant escorts, and I think it was probably like, I'm like, what are my options? Because they came around with drinks, and they hit me with tomato juice, and it was probably like, that. Just, when the fuck else would I ever drinking tomato juice? But for my whole life, tomato juice on ice is my plain go-to. I don't really like.
It's a good one. Like, I like tomato juice.
It's medicinal. I wouldn't even call it good.
When you say tomato juice, you're talking about like V8, right?
Well, I mean, or just the Campbell's. Like, sometimes on planes they just have regular ass like tomato juice, like tomato cocktail juice that they would use for a mixer. V8's good too, spicy V8.
V8,
but
man.
yeah, as I'm sitting here thinking, I can't think of another time in my life where I just randomly have tomato juice.
Used to, when I was sick, I would drink tomato juice.
No, dude.
It's weird, I know.
Sonic, I think Sonic's dog shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But when I'm sick, like, because, when you're real sick, you go a couple days or a few days where nothing, you can't eat anything.
Yeah.
But the first meal, just about every time, when I get to the point where I finally feel like I want to eat, is always a Sonic cheeseburger. It's my medicinal, like...
that was loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Sonic cheeseburger.
Yeah, no, I don't, dude. I get Sonic weekly, but I get a Route 44 ice water, and then I'll get like a cranberry Powerade slush, which you heard it here first. If you've never had a cranberry Powerade slush from Sonic, you're welcome. But I'll get that in a water, and that's really it. But coming off of a sickness,
I love the cranberry lemonade or cranberry limeades, and I really like those dirty Dr. Peppers, man.
All my ladies, that's especially when it was like popping.
Yeah,
dirty Dr. Pepper was
Samantha and Skylar like the damn pickle slushes.
Yeah, I mean,
gross.
If I'm like dehydrated, because if I've been doing yard work, especially like the first couple times of summer, like, and I'm dying, then I'll drink some pickle juice because I know it's like, like really high in electrolytes. Yeah. But beyond that, I'm not a pickle person. I get pickles. I don't get them on my cheeseburgers.
I'll have a craving for a pickle, so I'll do like a dill pickle every once in a while. But like, yeah, I don't like them on my hamburgers. I take them off my burgers. I don't like warm pickles. That's my thing.
I like bread and butter pickles. And
hate them,
dude. Most people do. I think
hate sweet pickles.
If I'm gonna eat a pickle, it's a bread and butter pickle. I remember going to Goldie's and their pickle bars.
That was good.
And I'd eat 2 plates of bread and butter pickles. Yeah. Like, them was my shit.
And they had good burgers and fries, dude.
It's been so long since I've had Goldie's.
Well, I think there's only 1 or 2 left now.
There's one in Owasso.
Is there?
Yeah. Okay. I know that. We've never done it.
Man, how's your week been?
Awful.
Make sure.
It's been terrible. No, it's
been a shit week, man. We've had some for all yins that don't know, we've had cancer. No, I'm kidding. No, we had an instrument to go down in the lab. Solvent's department has been pretty much, down. We've only been able to run about, 30 to 40 samples a day in solvents, and our throughput's been about 80 to 120. So that's been intense.
And
Yeah.
we've got
Sucks.
we're at the end of it.
Yeah. No.
We've got the situation figured out. We've got another machine. I know that. And then but by the time we're done getting through the chaos, we'll be better off than we were before. But we promise
We got to get there.
3 to 5 business days if everything goes the way it's supposed to. The problem is that our lab has been so on top of it.
Yeah.
That a lot of our people are trained to like a couple business days if they drop off at the end of the week. So like a lot of my battles have been stuff that came in on Friday that usually is done by yesterday that isn't. But so it was technically, right now it's on day 3. So we're at the beginning of that 3 to 5 business day. But at the same time, trying to explain technicalities to people who also have people that they have to answer to and people screaming at them, it can come out wrong if you don't do it right. Yeah. It can come out insensitive. And that's kind of why I think we exist.
That buffer.
Because if you take somebody with an analytical mind and they
us.
relay that info to our clients, in our industry, it's going to come off wrong.
I was going to say, we wouldn't have clients.
No, dude. They would, and it's not even, because all they're doing is laying out the facts.
Yep.
And there's just a way to deliver a fact, and there's a way to not. And, yeah.
Works better if you got that relationship, you know what I mean?
Well, and kind of what's really, really saved me is we have always been on top of it. This hasn't happened I couldn't tell you the last time like this has happened. So
dark days,
right? Which has been years. So it's one of those things. I know it does not help to be like, hey man, it's always gone great before. But
I lean on that too. I'm like, guys, has this ever happened? No. All right, come on, give me a little bit of grace here.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it sucks. I know right now.
If Jesus is offering grace to people, you ought to as well. You know what I mean? Come on. Now.
Right. And there's also like the.
I want to know about this shirt, Shane.
You know about Gengar.
Oh, I know about
You know what's
Gengar.
up on Gengar.
Here's what I really want to know. I want to know how you're going to go and get a Pokemon shirt and you're not going to get your boy one. That's what I really want to know.
Because I don't know what size my boy wears. Because my boy...
skinny. I wear extra skinny. No, I'm just kidding. Skinny King.
Hey, no. So over the weekend was the Pokemon, PokeCon Expo at the fairgrounds. It was dope. They had like people walking around in Pokemon outfits. They had Beard Dad. Have you ever heard of Beard Dad? I have no idea.
Is he a streamer?
Yeah, he's like a YouTuber.
I actually think I do know who he is.
I don't know who he is. I know I've
He
heard.
has a card shop and he just does card venues.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
I met a couple voice actors.
Kind of a big guy, like a.
I didn't meet him.
fella.
I didn't see him.
Okay.
There were signs for him everywhere. I met the voice actor for Knuckles in the Sonic.
Knuckles
movies.
is the red Sonic.
Yeah, he's the guy that whoops ass. He does the hand. He does the Knuckles, and then Sonic does the realm.
I know very little about Sonic.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I played it, on Sega 30 years ago.
I didn't have a Sega. So my mom was fully
You didn't
convinced.
have a Sega? Oh, dude, you don't know about Echo? Come on, bro.
Bro,
The Dolphin?
my mom was convinced that Mortal Kombat and like all the Sega games were pretty evil and violent and stuff.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, so she would not let me have a Sega.
That's where the
In her
fatality-
brain, Sega equals Satan.
I mean, here's the thing, weirder shit's come out. It's, all I know is I had Sonic and I had Echo.
But I had GTA on the first Xbox. Just gonna throw that out there.
No, I remember playing that because the first Xbox I ever played was at your house, and there was GTA, and then that's how we became friends. If you don't recall,
SWAT.
You had SWAT, yeah, and a mutual friend of ours had me give him a ride to your house because he was like kicking it at your house,
and then living there at that time.
and so then I took him there, and then I came in, and then he had to go to work, and he just kind of left, And then me and you just standing there, and you're playing Xbox. I'm like, hey, bud. Like, you're like, you want to play Xbox? Like, yeah. I've never done that. Yeah, let's do it.
Here we are, 20 years.
Well, that's when because I was PlayStation all the way at that point. I had a PlayStation 2, and that and joining the Army. Joining the Army really got me on Xbox 360.
Army of Two?
No, like actually joining
joining
United States
Army.
military.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about games. I was like, what?
When you go overseas, you basically take over for a whole like company or group of people that are there, and so essentially you just absorb whatever mission they're doing. So when you get there, they leave, you come, and it's really expensive to, like, everybody has a TV, everybody has a Xbox or a PlayStation, computers. It's real expensive to send all that back. So instead, they just sell it to the people, that's next up. So I got a TV, a refrigerator, and an Xbox 360, like, as soon as I got there. And
that's dope.
Oh, it was crazy because I'd never played it before, and then that's all I had, and I never went back to PlayStation. Like, it's the controller.
Well, dude, I remember because I agree. So it was the
Xbox
controller for me.
Dude,
I didn't like that the two sticks were in the middle. I love how one's offset. It like helps my brain separate, like, this one is for movement, this one's for aiming, this one's for movement.
No, my brother has maintained PlayStation.
Yeah.
And he's tried to get me to play a couple of times. I can't, like, because it's backwards where the sticks are. And their controller's, like, still small. Like, it's weird.
I agree.
The Xbox controller, if it wasn't for the controller, I wouldn't have gone Xbox. But that controller is perfect.
Yeah, I agree. What controller are you using? You use
the Elite.
Yeah.
I got, well, it's so I ended up having to buy another one, and then I gave because you gave me one when you got an upgraded one, and I gave that to Dane, and then I bought a different one.
I wound up with two somehow, and I don't remember why.
See, I think I've got two now.
I acquired a second one, and I gave you one.
And I bought the cool customizing things. Like, my controller has all the different... Yeah, it's nice. Although I haven't played in 2 weeks.
I sold mine.
Yeah, I've had no time. And
I don't have time to play. The next thing we get is I definitely want to get a new Switch. The Switch 2. It looks super fun. Like, real fun.
Man, because I got the Switch... And and when the Switch 2, I mean, when it that's one of those I might get it, but that thing's got to drop because when it first came out, it was
$500 right now. It's $549, or no, it's $449 if you want the one with no game, or $499 if you want the one that comes with Mario Kart.
No, I seen something about Xbox has a handheld now. I saw it at Best Buy the other day. I forget what it's called.
Well, it's a Windows thing. It's like a.
It looks like that Steam Deck,
like a PC, but it's But it's like for Xbox, but it's just a Steam Deck basically.
No, I have, and everybody who's listening is like, what a couple 1-2 nerds, dude. Yeah, I have a couple hundred games in my library of games that I've never played, games that like I'm like one day, bro, I'm gonna be able to just play video games. Maybe not, but
probably not. Yeah,
I have a lot of them that I'm like, man, maybe one day I'll have time to do that. Like we played Ark, and that was one that if you ever played Ark,
what a game!
No, it was the coolest period of gaming that I ever did. Like it was so fun, dude. But you had to. It was like a live server. And we had a bunch of Australian people, so in our little our tribe, there was always somebody on. Because if not, your stuff was gonna die, your stuff was gonna get stolen.
Were you in the same one as me?
Yeah, we were. Because so Brandon,
and the
Legion. So we were a part of this group, and Brandon. Because in this game, it's basically you're on an island. It's like a...
Hey, man, don't dog me out. I did good, okay?
You did, you didn't. But it was basically Hunger Games, all right? But with a twist that there are dinosaurs on this island, and you could tame some of these dinosaurs, and you could, ride them. Or you get murdered by them, depending on what dinosaur it was. Well, it's one of those games that if you're like going to try to get a pterodactyl to fly around, which is, makes the game just so much better, but it takes like a long time. It takes like 12 hours to be able to do everything you got to do to get that pterodactyl. So it's impossible to do it by yourself. So we kind of catch on to this, and we're tired of dying, and we have nothing. And so we're grinding and grinding and grinding. Well, Brandon politics us basically into the second biggest tribe on the server. And we get in, they have all this cool shit. Like, we've got all these dinosaurs. They help us get these birds. Like, and this is like over a couple week period of time.
Shit, months.
Well, it at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And so we basically like put ourselves in a position where we're pretty good. Like, we've got weapons. We've got
a lot of help from
dude,
those guys.
We're flying around with birds. We're at a point where we could kind of decide if we want to take another tribe's shit or not. And
except for one,
we're getting pretty cocky, right? So the number one tribe on the server is called Legion.
And they're, man, I underestimated how much
we had no idea
powerful that they were than
we
the
had
pirates.
no idea, dude. It's a funny memory that I have. It's one of those, like, it's like a core memory. It's a video game, which just makes it funnier. But like, I'll never forget sitting in the sky. I'm on a pterodactyl, and you're on a pterodactyl, and we're sitting there because Brandon talked the main guys, because we were like with these guys, but kinda. Like we were allies with them.
There we go.
Brandon talks the second biggest tribe into just going to all out war against Legion. And I'll never forget, because they're like, we can do this. We're going to be the number one. We're going to take all the shit. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is crazy. We're about to have everything. And we went from being really good off to fucked. I mean, in an evening.
Well, here's the problem, dude. I couldn't politic with Legion because they were all kids. Like, they were young, so you couldn't trust anything they said.
Right.
And like the few adults that were on were rarely on, you know what I mean? So it was like, well, how's a society ran with kids? You know what I mean? Like, you can't communicate, can't talk.
We literally, it was like talking like somebody into going and confronting their bully and then just getting the fuck kicked out of them. Like,
and we just stood back and watched.
We literally, dude, we didn't engage. We sat in the sky, and Brandon's like, dude, I made this happen. This is great. And we just sat there and watched as they lost everything.
They lost everything.
Everything. We were
and then we survived for about a week later.
There were some bitter people.
Well, yeah, dude. I just tried, bro. I just tried, and I remember coming on, and it was just like, it's all gone. Like, they took everything. I was like, well, I'm out. It's not fun anymore at that point. You know?
Well, no, because then you have
terrible.
But that game, basically fucked us on games, because it's so in depth, so fun, but you've got a choice. Like, either you could play that game or you can have a family and a job. You can't do both. And if you're trying to do both, it's too much.
Oh, so, dude, I remember Samantha hated me during that period.
It was a problem. It was one of those that, after we were done with it, we were done with games for a while.
Yeah,
it was well, back to reality.
Yeah, it was like I didn't pick up a game for 2 years, and then I got back into Call of Duty.
Well, and that was, 10 years ago.
Yeah, 8,
something like that.
Me and Samantha had been together for maybe a year or two.
Yeah. Dude, I have no idea, because I haven't bought a new game in ages. I don't know what's cool. I know.
I don't have time, man. I play Marvel Snap on my phone, and then I play a little bit of VR poker, and that's it, dude.
Yeah, see, I did VR, dude. So last weekend was chaos, right? So Valentine's Day, and it was my youngest son's birthday.
Yeah.
I took him to Synergy, which...
How was that?
I've gone a bunch of times with the kids for different things, but...
To Synergy, the one over on 71st?
Yeah, kind of by Woodland. It's where the old Dollar Theater was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they still use it. It's like a movie theater in there now. So they have escape rooms, an arcade, they have VR, axe throwing, bowling, and a movie theater. And we did the axe throwing, by the way. I can throw an axe. I got pretty, the dude who kind of gave us the run, because I've never thrown a fucking axe, and they're legit axes. They're heavy, it's... And this dude gives me and Cooper like a training course on how to throw this thing. And
It's pretty cool.
and they have like a bullseye, like you can play like first to 30. You can kind of play like a variation of horse in basketball. And then they have like a silhouette of a person with an apple on their head. And you have to, basically, try to not kill the person and hit that apple. And you get it's like $13-14 a person for an hour. So which is honestly really good deal. We did first to 30 for like half of it. And then after we got kind of like all right at it, we started doing the apple. Like one time I fucking ruined his day. Like one time I hit him right
How'd
between
Cooper
pretty good, dude. Like it was like you have a pretty big range of how close you can get to it. And the dude we got, that kind of, because he was really good with like kids, and he just, really like learned a lot. Like it was kind of like, I could see there's probably a lot of other people that are in that role that probably don't care near as much as this guy did. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure they don't get paid a lot, but
Sure.
like he actually like took pride in teaching us, and then he came back and was like, "Oh yeah, dude, you guys are getting it." Like it was cool. It was fun. But no, we played the VR there. It was pretty cool. Like it was fun. It'd been a minute since I played VR. They have like a big open, like probably the size of like a bedroom, I guess. Like a VR mat, and then you hook it up and you get to kind of move around. And we played the zombie game. You all right there?
Yeah.
Do you have something in your eye? Just dry it.
Yeah, super dry. About to hit some Visine.
I'll spit.
Whoa. Jesus.
I will. But no, it was dope. It was fun. Cooper was bummed because he wanted to do, I kept trying to talk him out of it. He wanted to do a fucking escape room. I'm not good at that. Like, that's not my lane. Like,
They're so fun.
bro, I think the last time I did it was with you. Where we went on like a quadruple date, and we went to that one in downtown, or like off I think Cherry Street maybe.
11th Hour Enigma.
Yeah. No, it sucked. Like which we had a lot of people, so that probably made it not as fun. But he wanted me and him to do an escape room, and I was like,
By yourselves?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I was like, Bubba, like, I'm not good at that, and you're 9, so it's going to be a problem. But
It's my mind that he's already 9 years old.
no, it's wild. It worked out. Just fun fact for all your birthdays coming up, and with all the children everybody has out there at Synergy, you with a minor, you have to buy the room out.
Jesus.
Like, so it was going to be like $150 just for me and him to do it by ourselves.
No shot.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do that. $150 to be mad for.
Oh, because they don't want you to have minors in a room with others?
I guess they do it like, which is also kind of odd, but they, like if there's like a 3-party here, they'll attach you to another party, and then you guys all go in together and do that, which I wouldn't love that either, but rather do that than buy the room out. But yeah. So we did not do the escape room.
So what else did you guys do for his birthday?
It was kind of a wild day, bro. And I told you this, but I'll tell the world. So my son wanted to go eat Red Lobster, and
Oh yeah, that's great.
dude, it's wild. And so we go to Red Lobster, and they were struggling. Right, it was taking a long time for our food to get there. And so we'd had a couple baskets of biscuits, had an appetizer, and we were pretty full, like, before our food had showed up. So I tell our server, mind you, here's the thing, dude. I've been around. This guy, nice guy. Cooper loved him, but he was inebriated. Like, this guy was fucked up. Like, I don't know what he was. It seemed like he was on, like, benzos. Like, he was real slurry and just kind of like drawn out with everything he said, but he was definitely fucked up. And I, whatever, cool. And so when we first got there, I tell them that it's his birthday, on the sneaky, and they're like, "Oh, great, perfect, got it. We'll do happy birthday. We'll do a Sunday." I'm like, cool. But at this point, we've been there for like an hour and a half. We're full. So I tell the guy, I'm like, yo, when the food comes, can you just bring boxes with it? And, we might like try a couple of things, but we're going to box it all up. And so he's like, oh, whoa. So you don't want to do the happy birthday? I'm like, I mean, here's the thing, dude. If we can knock it out, like, because I'm trying not to sound like an asshole, right? I'm like, if we can like get there, let's do that. But if it's gonna,
we've been waiting a real long time,
right? I'm trying to. We got a lot of shit to do, and so he's like, okay, no problem. Brings the boxes, bro. This dude, because I'm kind of like, I'm waiting for, how they gather, and it doesn't happen. This guy, with all of his with all his soul, starts singing my son happy birthday to him by himself at our table at Red Lobster. Like, it was incredible. Like, as I'm like thinking that he's fucking around for like the first couple seconds, and then
he just keeps going.
No, he sang the whole song. Literally sang entire happy birthday to you. I mean, dude, it was in Cooper, because I couldn't believe it was happening. I've made it 37 years of my life.
Cooper's, he's an innocent brain, so he doesn't realize.
No,
what's
he
going on. Yeah.
loved it, bro. Yeah. Like, as soon as we got in the car, I went to call my wife to just, because my mind was blown. I was like, there's no way that just happened. And I start to like call her, and then my son's like, man, that guy was so great. Like how about that guy? Like, he such a nice guy. And so
then you couldn't even shit on him.
Right. I was like, well, I'm not going to ruin that for him. I'm just going to let him have it. And so I had to hold that in. I didn't get home until way late. And as soon as he went to bed, I was like, I got to tell you this. This was crazy.
Bro,
but
that makes me want to go to Red Lobster just to see if I can get this guy. You know what I mean?
He had the 90s style, like, kind of what'd you call it, comb over, like Boy Meets World, Sean hair, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of like the I don't know
what you call it. It's like a part, but
what is the word?
Wavy
it's
part,
like a faux, not faux, but
look up
like Johnny Bravo, but not as tall.
Not quite,
yeah,
because that's more like a comb over up thing. But it was like the part in the middle, but wavy, like 90s hair for sure. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
How old was this kid?
He was older than me.
Oh,
for sure.
shit.
He was no child. Like, he was
a grown ass man.
Yeah, and he was. Wow. He definitely had a rough, because it was Sunday, and so he for sure went out Saturday night. Like, and God bless him, he was really nice. And I think he was
inebriated.
Well, he was going for a Hail Mary, because I think he thought that we were mad and that was going to fuck the tip up, which we weren't. Like, I wasn't mad at all. Like, it was literally like, I'll be honest, I did throw in some more on the tip just because it was so insane. I was like, you know what, man, he went for it. Like, he did go for it. Like, it was, there's no world where I would have done that. Like,
why couldn't he just, like, do a normal, like the normal, like, restaurant happy birthday? I wonder.
I didn't ask him. I didn't talk to him. I didn't know. I was wanting to get out of there.
So, we took Skylar. She wanted. So my kid loves steak.
Really?
Yeah, dude. That's her. Like, if you ask her right now what her favorite food is, she'll tell you steak. And it's been that way for about a year or so. Like, she just back when I was really I guess I would say more into you remember I was like into grilling and smoking.
I was gonna say
a lot of it, right?
Yeah. It's getting that weather again too. So,
yeah. Well, bro, she was like all the time. She's like, Dad, can we have steak?
What's her cut?
She's wheat fillet. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Strips and fillet. That's where it lives. I'm not a ribeye guy, and I know. Unpopular opinion. All you fucking Okies.
No, I was a New York strip guy.
I like my steaks medium rare, right?
Right.
If you cook a ribeye medium rare, it's got the fat is so much because it's not rendered, and I don't like fat, right? So like in order for a ribeye to taste good to me, it's got to be like medium well, and that's overcooked. And I don't like that.
I'm out.
Right. Yeah. So to me, you have to weigh it. Do you want not the correct cook, but edible, or the correct cook and not edible? And so we eat fillets.
No, because I used to go. There was a West Side meat market at S&S gas station.
Yeah.
Shout out West Side. I would always go get filet mignon.
Filet mignon?
Mignons for my Ganny because she lived right around the corner. So I would always run down there, and she's like, grab me a couple fillets and then, some chicken salad. They had the best.
Oh, they have really good chicken salad.
But so in my brain, I always correlated it with like old lady steak. And but New York strips was my cut forever. And then like my wife like kind of like held my feet to the fire and was like, no, I'm telling you, you have to eat this, because she'd always get a fillet and I'd get a New York strip.
There's a reason they're really expensive.
Well, that's the way I was gonna. They're always $10 more
for less meat.
Yeah, but it's so much better now, dude. Like it is the only time you get fucked on a fillet is Japanese steakhouse. Like, yeah, I believe that. Those are it's irrelevant because they chop them all to shit. Like it's literally you're getting beef. But steakhouse fillet, like I want that mug 4 inches wide. Like that's my thing.
I know, I love it. Yeah, but no, my kid loves steak, dude. And when I was smoking and grilling a lot, like she loves when I do ribs, she loves when I do brisket. But the kid just loves when I grill steaks for her. And so I do steak. And so for her birthday, she was like, I really want to go get a steak, Dad. And I was like, okay, all right, well, where are we going? She was like, let's go to Texas Roadhouse. And I was like,
hell yeah.
And so to me, like for cheap steak, Texas Roadhouse is the best. Like Logan's is dog shit.
Agreed.
Lone Wolf, not a, Santa Fe, not a major fan. Like they're okay, but I
don't like Santa Fe at all either.
It's not my thing. Like I don't mind their food. I'm not going to go there and have steak. That's me. Like, it's like there's places that are good or known like as a quote unquote steakhouse, like Murphy's, right? Murphy's in Bartlesville. That's kind of a bad example because they're known for their hot hamburger, right? But like, it's a steakhouse technically. It says it on there, but you walk in, it looks like a cafe. But like, I don't like steaks from everywhere. Like I'm kind of picky. So if we go to like a Mahogany or like a Ruth Chris, obviously. There's good steaks. But like, as far as like cheap steak, and I'm air quoting because nothing's cheap, right? But like Texas Roadhouse is just king, man. I would prefer Texas Roadhouse over Outback, probably even. Like,
I mean,
Outback's got a pretty good steak. But.
Pound for pound, for sure. Yeah. Like, Outback's medicinal. Like,
Outback's, dude.
Because my family wasn't a Texas Roadhouse family. Like, we were Outback. Red Robin and Outback was like our spots. But I love the vibe. I like it's because it's always busy. It's high energy. Like, I like the vibe.
Like, talk a little loud. You worry about being too. Yeah.
No, Logan's is I've tried to like Logan's, but here's the thing: if you don't want to go wait at Texas Roadhouse, you can go sit right down at Logan's. Yeah. I promise. Every time.
You go get right in.
10 out of 10.
Did you see that they there was that place S&B Burger? They turned that into a something else in Owasso.
Did they?
It's like a Jimmy John's now, or
no? Jimmy's Egg. Yeah,
that's right.
No, I haven't had it yet, but
it's the best, dude. It's the best breakfast spot, in my opinion. I like Jimmy's Egg.
That's man.
Just go try it.
The Silver Skillet is my favorite.
It's my favorite chain place.
Silver Skillet is so good, dude.
No, it's great.
Right next.
Hey, we haven't said anything about cannabis, but you know what? There's nothing really to talk about.
There's not. The EAC that rescheduled is next Friday at 9 a.m. at the Capitol. And I know they had like a protest at the Capitol last Friday. We did not go.
I didn't even hear how it went.
Me neither. So apparently it went fine because I haven't heard anything. Donald Trump shit on Stitt for making that claim, saying that we need to pass another state question to abolish medical cannabis.
Oh, is that why Trump shit on him?
Yeah. So it was that over a couple things, but it's been a fairly, I hate to say quiet because it hasn't been.
Yeah.
But not a lot of news.
It's kind of funny, dude. We have a president that has arguably been more in favor of weed than any president we've had.
I wouldn't even say that's arguably. I mean, he's the first one to reschedule it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them have like flirted with it.
It's funny because a whole lot of people in the cannabis industry hate Trump, but it's like, what you think about that?
I think. Which here's the thing, we are not a political podcast by any means. Nobody
Release the files. No, I'm just kidding.
You're right. What's going on here, guys?
I just wanted. I seen this post last night, and it was like so true. Like, here's the thing. It's been no big joke. It's been no big secret, right? That I was, I voted for Trump. I was very much in favor of Trump. Not because of the shit he said, but just because I've been
got
screaming.
good hair.
It's got great hair. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've been screaming forever. I've been screaming forever that I would like to see our country ran as a business instead of these effing career politicians, right? And so that's why I was immediately like, yes, him. He's the one. Right. He is a really successful business guy. I don't give a shit about all the fluff, right? Like all the extras, just I did.
Well,
to me, it's like what bothers me about it more so then than now, because now I really don't care because I don't give a shit. Like personally, on a personal level, I don't really care much for Donald Trump. I think he's probably not the kind of guy I would get along with. He's a billionaire from New York. Like both of those things don't identify with anything I'm about.
Right.
So but like politically, he's not a politician. At least he wasn't at that point. So I was like, yes, I want to see what happened. And you know what? For the most part, I was right. I really like the way a non-politician runs the country.
You're eaten alive.
Yeah, I was. Me?
Well, that's the problem.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you say everything you just said, then there's a whole half of our country that's like, well, then you love racism,
right?
And you love this,
which is
and you
crazy.
love that. So I mean, because it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing.
That's why I hate politics, bro. It's like you can't. In the 90s, politicians wanted the same thing. Like Democrats, Republicans, they all wanted the same thing. They just had different avenues to get there, right? It's totally different now, and it's like you can't even be friends with people that don't like align at least somewhat politically, and that's crazy to me. It's like, man, politics should be the very last thing that should be a factor in your friendship. Like,
well, we used to be in a world where you didn't kiss and tell.
Well, true.
And now, no matter, like, everybody is so quick to put.
Now you can look at people and for them, like at least a portion of the country, like a good portion, like maybe half. You can look and be like, I know who you voted for, just by the way you carry yourself.
Well,
and that's crazy.
Everybody nowadays, and I say this as we put content out every week, but everybody nowadays, like, it's like just because you can have a public opinion, everybody feels like they need to have a public opinion. And because this conversation we're getting into right now is probably the most political I've gone since we've started the show. And you could travel my social media for years. I don't need nobody needs to know the world doesn't need to know what Shane Davis thinks about XYZ. My family, that's the people I'm worried about when it comes to values and
facts.
How they like today, for example, this is perfect. Owasso, and they put a message out like a week or so ago, but they were protesting ICE today. A lot of the students were. Last week, because it's been going on, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks across the United States, but specifically in Oklahoma, in Muskogee,
Mustang.
Well, it was Muskogee too. Mustang, I think, was the first big one. They suspended a bunch of kids, but in Muskogee, and I'm pretty sure Guerrilla Publishing, Ron Durbin's company, put this out a couple days ago. But the students in Muskogee were straight acting fools. Like pouring drinks on the opposition protesters, throwing shit at them.
Kind of they got some pretty rough folk down around there.
Well, in with all the nonsense, all the crazy shit that's happened. Like I told my kids, like two of my kids, I mean, the other half of their family are people of color, right? So all these topics, all these things, they just, for them, they just hit a little different. And So I told them, I'm like, hey, like I'm fully support you want to go out there, you know, with your friends and you guys feel like you're, you know, standing up for some like a noble cause, do that. Like I'm never gonna stop you. I'm like, but let me find out you're acting fools.
Dead.
Like let me.
Cooked.
I mean, I'm like it's because it can jump from peaceful protest to bullets so fast nowadays. And I just, because we had like a sit down with our kids. We're like, hey man, whether you choose to go to that or not, like we're leaving that up to you. Like our teenagers, I'm like, it's totally up to you. I'm like, all I ask is please don't be stupid. Like you get nothing done by acting a fool in protest. You get nothing done by trying to hurt
You
people.
actually kind of do the opposite for your cause.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you something. Not to stay on politics, but this is a really weird thing that I've noticed. Okay, so think about this. Donald Trump won the last election, okay, which means, you know, Republican. And there was a lot of, it's pretty safe to say Democrats, there were people that were Democrats that voted for Donald Trump. There were people that were Republicans that did not vote for Donald Trump.
I think more in this last election because of how Kamala got to work. It was a weird circumstance.
But so it really shows you, in my opinion, that the country is, you know, about 50-50. There's also a portion of people that didn't vote, right?
Right.
So I would say it's pretty safe to say the country is pretty much 50-50. Here's what's weird, especially in Oklahoma. We're the only state that for 2 elections, I think 3, not a single county was blue, right? Every single county red. Like it's in the 16 and the 20 election. 2024. I think that's why I think it's all 3.
Yeah.
Don't fact check me. I know for sure 16 and 24. But maybe even 20. Anyway.
I don't remember.
Anyways, but all red. Like we are a very Republican state. Like even Donald Trump recently, like seriously, super recently, like I think the Stitt comment actually is when he talked about it. But he started talking about like the people of Oklahoma, and he was like, you know, these people was the only people who kept my fully Donald Trump, fully red. Blah, blah. You know, I was just
right.
Do you not think it's weird? I feel like
you're about to get conspiracy.
Maybe, but like you definitely see higher blue voters in education. And I think it has a lot to do with like,
well, definitely the metros, like the OKC.
I think it has a lot to do with empathy, right? Like I think people that are typically blue voters, a lot of them, just by talking to them, the ones that I know, are very empathetic people. Like they care a lot, right? And that's in their brain
about the fellow human.
They associate like needing to, you know, stand up for people that are defenseless or whatever,
right.
And that's why they're blue voters. And then you have the people that are more so worried about the future, like like finances and things like that.
Right.
Empathy is kind of like the lower end of the scale, I guess you could say, but they typically be more of a red voter, you know. And I would definitely say that, you know, while I do enjoy a good, you know, the nice human rights and all, you know, I definitely like to think about it more of a like this, right? I'm kind of, you know, people got to take care of themselves type situation.
Right.
To see all these students like protesting ICE and like, there's been a few other like social issues, right, that would definitely be more associated with like Democrat or the left. Isn't it weird that like so many students in schools are like protesting ICE and like things like that? Like just
not really.
It feels.
Here's the thing. We both know that. Well, first off,
but here's what I don't know. I don't know how many kids did it versus how many kids didn't. Right. So that's what I don't know.
Well,
maybe it was the minority.
If me and you were in school, and especially me and you, a couple 1-2 idiots, when we're in high school, if the word goes around
say
like,
less,
"Hey,
right, we're out of class.
We're about to go stand next to the street and yell and talk shit." sign me up. What am I arguing for?
100%
Tell
right.
me. Yeah,
You're right.
tell me what I'm.
100%.
So, I would say it's which I mean. There's also like I have people, and I brought this up a couple. I have people on my friends list, like people that I've known for years that.
Wake up, gang banging on bacon.
You're right, bro. It's just mad all day long, and you know, and they're parents, single parents, and it's like, well, of course, that's gonna bleed over to your children, and you know what? That's your right.
Yeah, 100%.
You are an American, and so you do have the right to say what you want. You do have the right to raise your kids how you want. It's not my place, and it's. So I would imagine there are a lot of kids there that are, whether they fully understand the situation or not, because I think the bare root of it, and I might be wrong on this, but the bare root of it is the stance is it's not okay to remove people that are here, that have been here, that have families, and then send them wherever else. Like that, the bare root of it is we're displacing families and kids or whatever. It's a lot. There's so much more to it, and there's so much more to every side of it. Well, yeah, man, you're dealing with a lot of the videos that gone out. There's been people die, there's people crying. Like it sucks, man. Like because absolutely.
And you're really gonna pull a few of those viewers I just lost right back in, aren't you?
Well. I'm never gonna say
Sure.
what's the way or what's not the way.
Sure.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Right.
Like but
the whole reason I got on this, I forgot. God, I'm chasing squirrels. The whole reason I got on this is because I saw a post yesterday. Sorry to cut you off, by the way.
probably for the better.
Thank you. Yeah. I saw this post and I'm like, now this is the kind of post that I wish everybody could get behind, right? It was like, I don't care who I voted for. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who anybody is. It was like, no matter what political affiliation, no matter how near and dear, you idolize them or hold them to your heart. If it comes out that Bush, Clinton, Biden, Trump, doesn't matter, was involved with the things that were going on at Epstein Island.
Right.
Prison, no matter what. And if you say anything other than yes to that,
Right, fuck you. Yeah.
You,
Right.
sir or ma'am, are the problem. You know what I mean? Like
straight up. Like
there's no, then that's why I started to say like the whole I voted for Trump thing. I voted for Donald Trump, right? 3 times. If I find out that
Right.
he was partaking in the things that happened on Epstein Island, I hope he goes to prison for the rest of his life and maybe gets brutalized there.
dude.
Now, do I think that would happen? Probably not, right? Probably not. But anybody that is caught, like, bro, it's crazy to me how bad this Epstein thing is shaken out to be. It's
intense,
bad.
man. It's well, and I think the general person is so much just so much more educated nowadays. It used to be really easy to say this is this.
Yeah.
And get, not a lot of pushback. But now everything is so fucking public. Like they do this congressional hearing with Pam Bondi, and I'm not going to get into the weeds of that, but the general takeaway from it that I think no matter what side you're on,
right,
is they were there to talk about Epstein in that whole situation.
Yep.
She didn't answer one question that was asked of her. So no matter what side of the fence you stand on, it's very clear to the normal, I guess, the common sense person.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's deflecting everything. That's odd. Like,
no, there's people that defend that. I want you to know that.
Well, I'm sure of it. And there's people that will defend it till the end. And you're not going to convince anybody either way. But at the bare bones of it, that's odd.
Oh, it's
know
odd
what I mean?
as
Like
hell.
It reminded me of the Lil Wayne deposition.
Dude, that was the greatest.
I do not recall. It's an hour of him.
In the middle of it, he basically threatens the attorney.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like,
he can't save you, right? It's like,
What? Yeah. In other news, Shia LaBeouf got beat up in Mardi Gras.
After he got arrested?
No, it was leading up that.
Okay. Well, then they arrested him, right? Took him to jail. He got out 10 hours later, or 20 hours later, or whatever. He was back on Bourbon Street the next night.
God bless him.
And the news guy like went up and interviewed him, and you could tell he was a
little fucked up. He fell off the wagon.
Yeah. And like, he interviews him, and he's like, "Man, blah blah blah. You just got out." And he's like, answered a few questions. Like, he was like, "What are you here for?" And he was like, "The people, man. Love the people, you know." And then he starts asking another question. And he like puts his hand over the mic. And he's like, "All right, I think we're good, right?" And the guy's like, yeah. He walks off. I was just like, my God, bro.
No, he's
I didn't even
intense.
know that he got arrested. I found out through that video. Like, why are they bothering Shia LaBeouf? And then
No, I think he was bothering, and then because there's a video of him headbutting a guy, kind of, which it was kind of it was whatever. But
watching his has been, man, feel bad.
Well, and I watched him on John Berthenol had a podcast. The guy that he's the new Marvel Punisher. He was on The Walking Dead in the first couple seasons. His name was Shane on The Walking Dead. But,
okay.
Him
Killed
and
him
Shia, they were in a movie with Brad Pitt where they're in a tank. I forget what it's called, but it's a dope movie. It's like a World War II movie where they're in a tank with Fury. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. John Berthenol, Shia, Brad Pitt, and then that young kid. But
Fury was a damn good movie.
well, and he was sober when they did the podcast, which is wild, dude. Because there was a movie called Honey Boy that was basically about Shia LaBeouf's childhood, being like a child star, and it really like painted his dad in a shitty light. And then on that podcast, he was like, honestly, man, none of that shit was true. He's like, my dad was great to me. Like, he drove me everywhere, did all this. He's like, he's like, I've had to do a lot of apologizing for shitting on my dad like that. And
But he was inebriated, and that's why he shit on his dad?
yeah, he was going through substance
if I was
abuse.
his dad, I would beat the shit out of him.
It's wild, man. Late. But no, yeah, I feel bad for him because he's a method actor, so he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Like, he gets into it, and yeah, man.
I haven't heard that term in a long time. Method actor.
It's frowned upon.
Good for you.
It's I know Daniel Day-Lewis is like really into it. I've listened to like the artist breakdown of what it is.
And it's like where you have to get in character and stay in character?
Well, that's for their best expression of whatever character they're playing. For certain people, they literally will just not get out of character throughout the whole shoot or the whole project.
Yeah. Which could be weeks, months, whatever. Yeah.
No, it's a nightmare for like I know Jim Carrey. He was, I can't think of the dude's name. It was something Man to the Moon, but Jim Carrey's playing this older comedian that I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the guy was a menace, right? And in that movie, he stayed in character the whole time, and I know he drove a lot of people crazy. Like, it was a problem. And also Jared Leto, when he did Joker for Suicide Squad, apparently he stayed in character the whole time, and definitely rubbed some people the wrong way. Hey,
It's Man on the Moon, and it's about Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman, yeah.
It's
Andy Kaufman was constantly terrorizing people. So Jim Carrey,
Wait, why was he terrorizing people?
just to be,
I haven't watched
that
that
was so. Andy Kaufman, like in real life, like would always do. I think the Carson Show, like one of the first late night shows.
Yeah.
But he would just fuck with people. It was like his gimmick was just kind of like pranking people. He was like the first YouTube pranker, just late night.
But like to where it was like a problem, or Jim Carrey was just a problem because he was method acting.
I know Andy Kaufman definitely like had pissed some people off.
Okay.
But Jim Carrey really leaned into the that side of playing that character, which he's a pretty crazy guy too. Like,
I love him, bro.
No, he's one of the classics, man. Like
He also tried to tell us about the pedophiles a long time ago.
well, dude, the amount of people that you have, because in the last few years, it's been a little cooler being a conspiracy theorist than it's ever been before. It used to be pretty dismissed, and a lot of things are kind of like, oh.
Except for flat earthers, you guys are still weird.
Dude, bro, that's a wild one. That one, I've tried to, like, I can't even, I've watched it doesn't even, like, there's no good explanation on it. Like, there's really not. Like, I've tried to really understand it. I know
the only few points that they have, like that, like if you don't debunk it, it's like, okay. Then you you go and read about it. It's like, oh, all right.
it'd be kind of funny if to come to find out.
It's like we die and go to heaven, and like
God walks over and tips our table over, and we No, there's another crazy one. And me and my AI got into an argument about this one, because with every AI, as soon as you start whatever your conversation you're having, there's always like a couple sentences that they have to fucking get out of nonsense. And I've tried to like get mine. It drives me nuts, because I'm like, all right, man, you're you're wasting time here. You don't have to say any of those words. But this is kind of an outrageous conspiracy, but it is a conspiracy. It was on the Y-Files. And I've seen it on a couple of headlines on Facebook, but this one's wild. So sometime next year, I'm pretty sure, either sometime late this year or sometime next year, they're saying, this conspiracy says that there is a government project right now called like government like tie down or some bullshit like that. There's supposed to be some alleged anomaly happen where there's supposed to be 7 seconds of no gravity on Earth.
Oh,
that something's coming up to where there's going to be 7 seconds of no gravity. So for 7 seconds, people are going to like, oh, and float up. And then at 8 seconds, gravity's going to engage back in, and everything's going to come crashing down. So I was driving, and I had just got done listening to this episode of the Y-Files, which, shout out Y-Files. If you never heard it, it's a great show, because what they do is they will tell whatever the conspiracy is, and then the last 20 minutes of it is him debunking it if he can. And so on this one, I listened to it, and then I'm like, all right, Breezy, which is the name of my AI. I'm like, hypothetically, in a crazy world, I'm like, I know this isn't going to... Project Anchor, thank you. I'm like, where would hypothetically... Like, what would be the best way to, like, combat that? Like, if I wanted to... If we got to the 6 and they're like, actually, guys, boom, it's going to happen. Giddy up. I'm like, what would be the best way? And he's like, well, it's not going to happen. I'm like, you're right. Agreed. It's not going to... But I'm like, hypothetically, if it was, like... I'm like, should I like get some tie down straps? Like, is being inside of a house about? Is the whole house going to float away?
I'm glad I'm not the only one that talks stupid hypotheticals.
Oh, dude, I talk nonsense.
Yeah, okay.
But he kept on pushing. Like, it took, like, I finally...
Really, usually because when you say, hey, this is just a hypothetical, we're playing a game of hypotheticals, usually mine's like, okay, well, since we're playing hypotheticals, and then he gets into it and he never mentions it again.
Unless it really is going to happen, and... They left their AI like, hey, don't let anybody entertain this shit, because it's going to be wild when it goes down. Because every other time I've said any hypothetical, you're right.
Right.
It tells me. This time he did not want to tell me how to survive the 7 seconds of float.
I kind of want to like live right now. I want to ask my Magnus and see what he says.
And he's like, I love the hypothetical world. That's so fun. You're having such a crazy brain. But, it's not going to go down. I'm like, hey, man... Understand this. You're my property. You're going to give me a goddamn answer. But yeah, so
just curious now. Obviously, I'm going to read about this, but like, why did they think it's going to happen? Like, what's going to cause it?
I think it's something like akin to like Y2K. I think it's something. Remember when Y2K was happening?
Yeah, of course.
They were worried that all the computers were going to shut down because the clock. They didn't know if it was going to roll over to the 2s. Or if it was going to reset, and if it reset, so it has I can't explain it because I really don't know, but I remember when I heard the explanation, I was like, kind of like a Y2K thing is where my brain went. Like it's something somehow there's something supposed to happen. I don't know if it's anything I said after that, it's going to be nonsense.
On August 12th, 2026, a total solar eclipse will occur, which is normal, predictable, and harmless astronomical event that has no impact on Earth's gravity. For Earth to lose its gravity, it would need to lose its mass, core, mantle, crust, ocean, and atmosphere, which would mean...
Well, it'd have to stop spinning, too.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I was like...
Glitch.
A part of what keeps us chilling is we're spinning real fast, and that spin is what keeps you down.
I think so.
I mean, I don't know. That's not what I do, but that's how it makes sense to me.
Oh, dude, I can't stand Facebook commenters. I love this so much. So I'm on, it took me to a link on Facebook about it, right? And it says NASA addresses claims Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds. Someone in the comments goes, "Oh, there goes gravity." I love that so much.
It would be...
That'd be wild, bro.
Just imagine you're like cooking. The one thing he did give me was like, don't be near a body of water. I was like, heard. All right.
That's fair.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I guess the water was going to go, it would go up too. And you just, whoa. But yeah. No, it sounds, that'd be so fucking wild. That would be, I'd be like, all right, man.
Dude, we don't play with our AI's picture generation enough. I used to when it was new.
Well, it used to take a long time.
Well, true. Now I want to do it. Another thing is I don't do the Suno very much anymore either. I need to get back on that. That shit was fun. Not Suno, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, the video one. Sora.
Yeah. No, I literally, because I gave you my likeness. Because I went on and finally did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I made a few videos of us.
I need to go look at it.
Yeah. No, you are the only one that's allowed to make videos of my likeness.
I would let everybody do mine. I don't care.
Man, you say that.
So, did I tell you about... I was pointing at you. So I kept seeing this ad, right? And I was like, dude, that guy looks familiar. Did I tell you about this? I was like, man, that guy looks like the guy that works for Steve at his dispensary. And it is.
Who?
One of Steve's bud tenders. He's pretty TikTok famous. Like, got like, I want to say it's like 60 or 80,000 followers. Like, he's fairly famous, right? But he's also really big on Sora. And he does a ton of videos on Sora. Some freaking company reached out to him and asked him if they could buy his AI likeness. And he agreed to do it, signed all these contracts.
How much, roughly?
I didn't ask. I should.
Yeah.
But now he's got, like, they've got him on this, the video game the kids play.
Fortnite?
No.
Roblox.
Roblox.
Yeah.
If your kid has been sexually assaulted on Roblox, you can call now to join this class action lawsuit. And it's him saying this. And I'm like, looking, I'm like,
that's not him.
That's him. Neck tattoo and everything. I'm like, bro, that's him. And so I sent it to Steve and I'm like, bro, am I tripping or is this your employee? He goes, yes, that's him. And I'm like, but this is AI. And he goes, yes, he sold his AI image and likeness to this company.
That's crazy.
For an amount of money. I was like, what?
Dude, that's like every Joe Rogan video you see on the internet now is a fake Joe Rogan.
Fake as shit.
Yeah. It's the cadence. You can always, because it's getting good.
Yes.
It is
getting good.
But it's always like, like you can kind of point it out.
So right here, that's him, right? Was your child groomed? Online safety advocate. So this is Steve's employee.
He looks like, never mind. Say groomer.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on, Spades.
So I send it to Steve, right? And I say, I see this guy all the time, bro, and tell me this doesn't look like that one employee you have. He said he sold his image to that company. Really? Yes. So that's really him. Yes. I thought it was too uncanny. How the hell do you sell your image to a company? And how much did they pay him? Okay,
I was going to say, that's at the end of the day.
I have so many questions. So did he record that or is it AI? You're have to ask him, but he has a good following on TikTok. What's his name? Blah, 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 blah. He tells me. But yeah. But go look him up on TikTok. His name is Jay Slum. Jayslum.
Where do you go to solicit yourself for
I think it's like they reach out
sellage?
to you. I think it's here's the thing. So like
I'll shop.
so this guy lost his TikTok account, right? And he remade it. And he's already back to I'm so bad on TikTok.
Dude, you're going to
bro.
be able to buy people and post things as them.
I'm so bad at TikTok. Damn it. I hate this.
Yeah, I never
hate
started.
TikTok.
And intentionally, I was like, I got too much shit going on.
So it's so slow. I hate. Do you ever use TikTok?
I made one once, and
I just use it for scrolling.
no. It's honestly, it's cool. Like you can do a lot when like
So he remade it. He lost it and remade it, and he's back to 14.4 thousand followers. And this is like, I want to say this is like a few months old, like 6 months maybe.
I mean,
So for whatever reason, the guy's just got, he just makes, and it's not anything like good. Like, it's just the dumbest shit.
I mean,
It's crazy.
I don't. What do they call it? Doom scroll. Like I guess
Yeah.
my version of doom scrolling is, I'll look at reels on Facebook sometimes, but I'm not. Yeah, dude.
I've had to retrain all mine, right? Because like I caught myself bad. Like there was a point.
You're going down a path.
Oh well, it was bad, dude. Like I was so doom scrolling. Like I was just doom scrolling every day. Like it was a
my
problem.
wife, like she.
But
will
I
spend some time
noticed
on
like
TikTok.
it's like it was like a problem for me because like I'm real big on like what you feed your subconscious, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it does affect you. Like I don't care what anybody says, it affects you. And that's why I'm always so big on like not watching horror movies and shit. I'm just like I don't really enjoy them. So B, why give my brain, my subconscious garbage, especially when I don't really enjoy it?
Well, there's too much content to do things you don't enjoy.
Well,
Like,
and
that's
then my kids, right?
crazy.
Like I don't like we don't. I have people that I know in my life, and I'm not going to start naming names here, but that watch a lot of horror movies and shit. And I'm telling you, they're weird.
I watch horror movies.
I know.
Every
Hear me out.
freaking week,
Just hear
bro.
me out, okay?
Was that a shot? Did you just take a shot at me?
You're fucking weird, okay?
Hey, man.
But I also have friends that are into horror movies that are totally normal, and their kids watch it with them, and their kids they just tick a little bit differently.
Oh,
Like,
no,
they're
dude.
just a little bit off, and like, I just don't want my kids to like. What if my kid's the one that can't separate? You know what I mean? And it causes some
Straight up.
severe mental issues. Like I'm out, right?
Well, there's definitely spectrums.
And so like I've even started limiting my kids. So we just signed up for Angel Studios. I know that you're not into like religion and stuff that much, but like you
Hey, man.
ought to check it out.
I'm not an atheist.
I know, but like I'm telling you, it's pretty cool, dude. Like Angel Studios is actually really dope. I know I'm a terrible Christian too, for someone that cusses and talks shit. But
No,
you
we
can't tell
watched,
I'm getting better, right? I'm trying to be better.
Me and my younger ones watched David.
That's okay.
It was good.
That's
it was
Angel
good.
Studios.
It was like
How'd you watch it?
on my TV. Like it's on. You can stream it. Like it's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. RTV.
No, I
the
think
cable box that we have.
Well, it was on Vudu too. Like I just seen it on
believe that,
Vudu,
yeah.
so it's
Well, that's an Angel
available
Studios
to
thing.
rent.
The animated series.
It
David.
was good.
It's good,
Like
right?
it was. We watched.
We
I
haven't
mean,
finished it. We haven't even started it really. We've both like. I've showed them some clips and previews of it, and they're in.
I put it on because I was like, you know what, that'd be a good one to toss on. And I literally was like sitting there playing on my phone, and then watched the whole movie. Like ended up putting my phone down and watched it.
It's a movie.
Yeah, this movie it's David and Goliath. It's the story of David. Like it's an animated.
I thought it was a mini series.
No, if we're probably could be talking about different things, but this
I
is
think
a
we're talking about the
newish
same thing.
animated movie about David.
Okay.
and it was good.
I thought it was a mini series, but maybe it is a movie.
No, it's hey bro, I used to watch Veggie Tales. I still
VeggieTales
sing that
is
song.
shit.
Veggie Tales was great.
But yeah, this Angel Studios, you should check it out, dog.
No,
Like,
that's the same.
It's getting really popular. It's like it started as a very small like Christian community thing, but like okay, young David is what I'm thinking of.
No, I believe that's it. I'm pretty
Well,
positive.
this is
that's
season 1. It's a show.
it.
Maybe they have a movie too.
I wonder if they're connected because it looks like the same
Font?
David, yeah,
I think it is.
animation.
It's a movie and a series.
Gotcha. No, it was.
That's the movie
very well
right
done.
there. It's in theaters, or maybe it was in theaters. Anyways, but yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. So like Angel started. It's kind of crazy, dude. If you think about it, like think of how many like people are like, for like 10 years ago, like I feel like religion was pretty unpopular. It's like Jesus is kind of making a comeback, dog. Like
it just. I mean, it depends. There wasn't a ton of content.
On this,
well, just in general, if you were a Christian, or
the
100%. Problem is in a lot of the content, really low budget. Like I remember the Left Behind movies were great when they came out. I liked them. And
I never watched the others, but I watched Left Behind.
Well, they in the last few years like remade them, and they're like terrible quality. Like they just should have not. But I grew up going to the church, Sunday school, Bible study. Like, it's almost like you assume everybody is raised the same way as you.
Sure.
When you get out into adult world, I really got put in situations where I was like, oh, like okay, everybody's path is a little different, and you kind of assume everybody, knows all these stories,
and they don't.
Mm-hmm. Like it's one of those that I haven't been great with my kids because it's no matter what you believe in, there's a foundational thing to a lot of these stories of right and wrong, good versus evil, right versus wrong, good morals, And so, with whatever you believe, I'm trying to raise good people.
100%.
And I want all my kids to express themselves, be individuals, but at the core, I want them to be a decent human. Like
have a good moral compass.
Right. And beyond that, like I don't really like care which direction they go, as long as if I can get them to adulthood and they're not pieces of shit, I'll feel decent about myself. And I've got really good kids, man. Like I'm pretty lucky. I got a couple shitheads, but
even your shitheads are good kids.
Right. They're good souls. Yeah. They're just, little fuckers sometimes.
They like to test the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I think my little one, man, I think that's gonna be the problem. She got in trouble again for biting at school. She bit a kid. But then, I had to pick her up, and yesterday, so Samantha's been telling me about it, right? Because Samantha usually is the one that pick her up. I take him, she picks him up. She's been telling me, and I was like, I had to threaten her life a couple times. I'm like, hey, man,
right?
If you're gonna keep biting, you're about to start losing shit, or I'm gonna bust your ass.
You gotta bite. I mean? You gotta bite her back like a dog. Right.
Yeah. And so I pick her up yesterday or day before. And, Amy, the lady that watched her, she's like, because she opened the door and I'm like, did we have a good day? And Amy's like, yeah, we had a pretty good day. And then Maddie pops around the corner. She's like, I bit P today. And I was like, it's funny, dude. Like, she'll straight up snitch on herself.
Right.
Don't care, knowing damn good and well she's about to get in trouble. And so it makes me hard, it makes it hard for me to get onto her. Because it's like, damn it, you
said that crazy.
I know, I did. That's why I fixed it. I fixed it so you didn't have to say something weird.
Clip that.
She makes me hard. No, but it makes it hard for me to get mad at her because it's like, damn it, if you're just gonna be so truthful, I'd rather her be like, no, I don't want him to lie.
Right. Yeah.
But no, dude, so apparently this little girl hit her. Right. Was Amy. This is what Amy said. She was like, Amy's like, I told her, baby, you should have just hit her back. She said that to her. That to me. She was like, you just can't bite her. And I was like, I said the same thing. I was like, Maddie, if she hit you, step one, you should have told.
Right. Go tell the teacher.
Step
get out of
two, if you can't get away, whatever,
right,
then you hit her back.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But step three, biting her is not an option. That's no good.
It sends a bigger message. You know what I mean? It lets all the other kids know you ain't.
But yeah, you
around.
can tell in her brain, she's just like, well, if I can hit her, why can't I bite her? And I'm like,
well, you can't do any of it. But
shouldn't do any of it.
You're right.
Right?
But if
But
you're gonna,
if you need to defend yourself, you should be doing it with your hands, not with your mouth. Like, that's weird.
No.
Yeah, she should be. She's 3 and almost 4, so it's.
Cooper,
what can you say?
Went round and round, and the principal had to call me because a similar situation. But he was sticking up for another kid.
Yeah.
Like Cooper's
Good man.
Well, here's the thing. That's also going to get you in some trouble
100%.
if this doesn't get checked now. But he is like Mr. Justice, and he goes around scouting to the people of doing wrong things so he can carry out his justice. And so this kid was, I guess, getting, per Cooper, he was getting like jumped. And whatever.
Right.
Well, Cooper was not going to let that happen, so he gets in the middle of it. this kid gets into a fight, and the principal calls me, and she's like, "Well, his lip's bleeding." He tells me that, and
He'll be all right.
and she's like, "But my concern is, I've been going back and forth with Cooper before I called you, and he is just not quite understanding where he's wrong." And he just, and she even said it. She's like, he feels really justified in what he did. And I'm like, I'll take care of it. Like,
Yeah,
I'll handle it. And here's the thing, man. Like, I'm like, Bubba.
It's a hard thing to teach, right? It's like, don't go looking to be justice warrior.
Well, right, and that's.
But like if it's in your circle, and you got to do what you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. But it's hard because those kids get like. It's like their brain is like can't separate. Like, well, if it's a right, why can't I go looking for it?
Well, and that's if this would have been like a one-off to where he stuck up for his friend.
Right.
We'd go get ice cream, right? Like it would
100%.
be. But the problem is, it's not a one-off.
Right.
There's been a few things, and so it's like, Bubba, you're not
to be a superhero.
Well, and it terrifies me, like. When boys are in that like 16 to like 21 age range, like, emotions are high, but you're also, you're basically a child walking around in an adult body. Like you can really, hurt each other. And I'm like, man, like he's going to walk himself into a problem, and, he doesn't, he's not a trained fighter. Like he doesn't box.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I'm like, so I've either got to put him in something.
He's a Davis.
Well,
that's the problem.
You're right, right.
He has his daddy's blood,
and that's gonna get his ass whooped out in the world. And with him, he's about to start jiu-jitsu. His brother does it, and I've been kind of.
It's good.
Well, I've been holding off.
Well, they'll teach him the morals too. There's more than just the fighting side of jiu-jitsu, right? There is the.
Well, you get a lot of that aggression out in practice because, you really, like fighters for the most part are very like chill.
Yeah.
And number one, they know
unless you're Strawn Strickland.
yeah, he talks a lot of shit. Dude, you saw Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, Netflix. They are fighting each other. I hope you remember Gina. Gina was like the first Ronda. She was the first big famous woman fighter.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, they are fighting not with the UFC.
I assume.
They're fighting with Jake Paul's organization on Netflix here in like 3 months or so.
That's exciting.
Dude, I mean, they've both been retired for years.
Wait, did they fight?
No, they never did. So
yes. Yes, now I remember Gina. Okay.
They were.
Yep, I know exactly what it is.
It went around.
I was mixing her up with the one that came after Ronda. That's still relevant, or kind of relevant, or was up till not that long ago.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some. Yeah. Amanda Nunes is she's not a beast, but
man, dude, Ronda was just so she was so entertaining.
No, she put female fighters on the map. If it wasn't for her, it wouldn't exist the way it does.
Not the way it does, yeah.
Well, before Ronda Rousey, and that's the reason Gina was never in the UFC. Like, she was in Strikeforce. She was in.
Yes. Okay.
Dana White publicly said a ton of times he'll never have.
Yes.
And then Ronda came.
Ronda changed his mind because Ronda was his first Connor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, she was right.
He never really had a love child or like a baby. Like he had, he had Tito and Chuck, but he didn't have any that was like his money because money wasn't as big until that era kind of came in. And I feel like Ronda was the first one where he ever got accused of that being his person, unfair advantage to them, and blah blah blah.
No,
Like,
she
she was
for
the one
sure.
that, like, and then now he's got, he had Connor, and then, but I mean,
Bro, my guy Brendan Schaub, because him and Rhonda used to date.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew she dated Travis Brown.
Well, she's married to Travis Brown.
Yeah.
They have like 2 or 3 kids together. But that's why when Travis Brown knocked out Brendan,
He was a good fighter in the day.
no, Travis Brown was really good,
Great,
dude.
yeah.
No, it was such a Brendan Schaub does a stand-up comedy special where he talks about that, because him and Rhonda were together up until that training camp. And then he didn't know that her and Travis were together until the fight. And then Rhonda was in Travis's corner, and he was like, "Huh?" Like it's a pretty crazy. And then he goes out there and gets his ass whooped in front of Rhonda with her current boyfriend, whooping his ass. And then in the story, I guess Leonardo DiCaprio was in the audience, and he's like, he's like, I remember like waking back up from getting knocked out and like seeing him just kind of like, He's like, yeah. It was about the worst situation of an ass whooping.
But I hope he's with someone that's
Brendan. He called Dana out
she's pretty hot.
years ago. He called Dana and was like, Dana is my Eskimo brother, and it was like, huh? And he never said anything more than that. There was no context put to it, but it was very much implied that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Also, Eskimo's a racist term, by the way.
Real life?
Yeah, I found out when I was in Alaska.
So
So you're a racist piece of shit now. Yeah,
Facts.
No. So I didn't know this. Like, this is just our small town Okie brains, But yeah, no. Apparently, like, that is a. I didn't know this, and
you were selling cars in Anchorage.
I called. I was talking to a lady, and I said Eskimo, and I got told real quick. Like, she was pretty cool about it.
Oh, it's like that offensive.
Oh yeah, it's like I would say it's like, I wouldn't say it's like quite on the N-word level.
Yeah,
but it ain't too damn far away. Like,
well, especially there.
Well, right.
Yeah,
like, obviously, to me and you, it ain't much, right? But like, yeah, no, to like Native Americans, specifically the ones that like cold climate. Yeah, that's like I guess it's a bad word. I guess it's it was used to oppress, from the way I understand.
And that's probably the reason our children sit crisscross applesauce.
Well, how else would they sit?
How else would they sit, Brandon? What was it when
Oh, shit. Duh. Yeah, that's fair.
But hey, man.
Yeah, we need to wrap this shit up.
I don't really. Yeah, this has been a fun, random. Honestly, dude, as stressful as this week's been, this was nice. This was needed.
Real quick, just to stay on the topic, we don't have a great candidate for cannabis as governor, as far as governor goes. A lot of people are off on Gettner Drummond.
Was that the one you would talk to? Or?
No. Shit, no. That was Robert Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've messaged him again and asked him, like, hey, man, if you still want to come on the podcast, holler at me. Robert Brooks, he's I followed him on Facebook. I like the kind of content he seems to be about. Like, he goes down to the Capitol and grills some politicians and like tries to get them to like say pretty things that would be very easy for me and you to say on camera.
Oh, so you're saying this? Like,
and they won't say it on camera. No, he's not quite like that. He's not like kind of goat him. Like, he's just asking them like, hey, do you think there's corruption in Oklahoma politics? And like, they get super weird, right? Which it's like, I understand, but also like, unless you're involved in corruption, it shouldn't be that hard to say, yeah, there's probably some corruption, right?
Right.
But they won't say it.
Right.
And it makes them really uncomfortable. So, but my fear is that the way that is going to be seen is not going to be like as innocent as I believe it is. Like, not innocent, but you know what I mean? Like,
no, it's combative.
Yeah, but yeah, I think people are going to paint it as he's a problem starter. And I really don't think that's his point. I think his point is to, well, maybe it is kind of to be combative, but but against against corruption, right?
If he's pushing back, I mean, on the example you,
but like he hasn't said anything crazy. You know what I mean? Like, he.
I don't know any. I don't even.
And
know
he's very much like pro cannabis, but
that's good.
Well, here's the problem, right? it seems like the way it's being set up, that's not going to be popular because old Stitster is trying to really drive home that, Oklahoma didn't really want cannabis now. Bothers me. But, it's crazy because I went back and I would urge you all to do the same. Don't take my word for it. And maybe I'm wrong, right? But I want you to go and read Gettner Drummond's comments that were made shortly after Kevin Stitz. When they were made, my knee-jerk reaction was, well, he shit on cannabis too. I would urge you to go and listen to it again and try to put yourself in the mindset of somebody who was raised with a moral compass that said that cannabis was wrong, okay? And I would like for you to just try to understand, and I'm not telling you, I'm not saying vote for Gettner Drummond either, because I don't even know where I'm voting for yet.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm leaning towards Gettner, but the reason being is because he owns Post Oak Lodge, he owns Blue Sky Bank. Post Oak Lodge is a very, 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 very common cannabis venue where cannabis is welcome to be consumed. That says something for me. Like,
hold on, but did he come out and denounce? I don't even know what you're talking
that's
about,
what I want you to. Well, he made a comment, and if you are half-ass paying attention, and this is the way I took it now. I feel like if you're half-ass paying attention, you're going to hear it as doubling down on what Stitt said. I would urge everybody to read it and listen to it again, and just think about it how he says it. What I took from it, and like I said, I'm not taking up for the guy at all because I'm not sure that I'm voting for him yet. But the way I took it is very much like, yes, morally I am against cannabis. But he did caveat with, but I understand like the legal repercussions of what it would look like to make cannabis go away in Oklahoma. It's something that was voted for, and it would displace a lot of jobs. And so it was a very real answer. I don't get the hints. I don't get the idea that he's against cannabis as far as politically or like fiscally. I just think that he's not in support of cannabis on a moral level because he wasn't raised that way.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Which I respect that if that's truly the case. Like if you're the kind of guy that will say, hey, look, I don't like cannabis. I'm not for it. But I support whatever the vote of the people says because that's the way it is. I can respect that. Because there are several
Well, it
social
just sounds to
issues
me
that
like he's
I am
not
like
educated on it entirely.
Hey, here's
You know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
man. He's an attorney, right? He's an attorney. He's our attorney general right now. And he's from the Drummond family, right? Like Ree Drummond, the pioneer woman. Like that's relation, right? But my thing is he intentionally owns Post Oak Lodge, which is known to be cannabis friendly. One of the very few cannabis friendly venues we have, right? And he owns Blue Sky. He's a board member / part owner of Blue Sky Bank, which is one of the few banks that allow cannabis.
So he's a businessman.
He'll right?
He'll take the money.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, that's, once again, that's not always a bad thing because businessmen have moral, compasses as well. And sometimes they differ than, what they're okay with doing business in.
For sure.
He very much seems like he's okay to do business in cannabis. He just doesn't morally agree with it. And if that's the case, I'm okay with that.
I'm curious
personally.
to see who Stitt
It won't be Gettner, I don't think. We'll see.
endorses. I'm curious to see.
Maybe it might be Gettner.
That'd probably be the end of them, honestly, if that was the case.
Well, you say that, but Stitt's won every election. We're only thinking of it from a cannabis point of view.
No, for sure, but
It's going to lose all the cannabis votes.
well,
for sure.
I bet he lost a lot of the Trump vote too because Trump came out and shit all over.
That's
him.
true.
But
That's true.
I have no idea.
That's true. I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
But that's all I got, doggy.
That's all I got, bro.
Well, I'm Shane Davis.
And I'm also Shane Davis.
And
This
we
has been
are the Control Burn. We out.